Hi everybody. I think I've got everything set up. Let me know if you don't hear me. I'll be watching my comments. I may not be able to answer them right away. Sometimes when I get busy, I've got two screens to look at, and sometimes I'll miss your comments, but I'll get back with you as soon as the video's over. I'll always check all the comments once the video's over. So if you have any questions, just let me know. I love interacting with you, so I hope I do see your comments. It makes it more fun when people are watching. Okay, let me get my YouTube chat back up. There we go. I have to do that periodically because every time I change my cameras, it wants to go away from me. So today is the big day for the online extravaganza sale. Hi, Linda. I'm glad you're here. This sale is the biggest online extravaganza we've ever had. We have one around Thanksgiving every year. And this year, almost everything in the annual catalog is 10% off. So it's unbelievable. I'm so excited about that. And I'll be placing an order here later today because I've got a few things I need to get. Of course. So I'm going to be showing you this time the Boho Indigo product medley. And I've got the page number and everything. I'll show you that here in just a second. This melody is beautiful. I fell in love with it the first time I saw it in the annual catalog back in May. And I've got a couple cards to show you. I'll show you those at the end, and I'll start off making the card. But first off, I'm going to show you all the products in this medley. Let me go ahead and switch my screen here. Get things together. There we go. Get my chat back up. All right, so first off, I want to show you everything that comes in this medley. This is, well, here, let me show you the catalog first. If you've got your catalog, you will want to turn to page 9, and that's where you're going to find it. And the normal price is $70. So it's 10% off. So you get $7 off. So that's $63. Really good deal. And you get paper. Well, like I said, I'll show you everything. You'll get everything you need to make your products except for adhesive. So if you've got adhesive, you're set. And there's even a refill kit that's $23 normally. So you'll get $2.30 off this today to get your 10%. So it's like getting free shipping if you're here in the U.S. And like I said, you can only purchase from me if you are in the U.S. Oh, hi, Cheryl. Glad you're here. Oh, from Canada. Glad you're here. Okay, so you want to go to page 9 if you have your catalog. And I will put a link. I forgot to do that in my description. There's so many things I put in my description, I forgot. I'll put a link that'll go directly to this medley in case you want to order it. So I'll do that as soon as the video's over. Okay, so first let me show you all the products up and close. We've got the bundle that comes with it. I love this stamp set. And here are the dies. You've got dies for all the vases. We've got some leaves here. And let me go ahead and grab the dies I'm going to use today. I'm going to use these here. And I'm going to use this one. I had to look at my card because I almost forgot. And then the other things that are in this medley, these really cute flowers. And I'm going to be using some of these flowers. I think you get 20 of each size. They're large and small, and I'm going to need 2 of these small ones. So I'll go ahead and get these out quick while I've got the bag open. But they are so adorable. Hope you can see that. Sometimes it's hard to focus in, but there's little nature-looking beads right there in the middle. They are so cute. So these come in the kit, or in the medley, I should say. It's not technically a kit. Kits, they'll have projects for you. But this one just gives you a bunch of different products to make something. And here's the large one. So here's the size difference. So you can see those. And what else do we get with this medley here? We've got 2 things of ribbon, and they are gorgeous. I'm not going to be using the ribbon today, but the 2 cards I have, I do feature both of them. This is gold and vanilla. Oops, sorry, the video's getting messed up. Hopefully that'll get better here in a second. But there's the gold. Isn't that pretty? I love that. Oh, there we go. That's the one thing when you do lives, if the internet has a little problem, the picture goes wacko. Then we've got this Night of Navy, too. It's got a torn edging to it. So pretty. Love this ribbon. I think you get 10 yards of each, if I remember right. Then we've got some die cuts that are in it. Now, one of the die cuts is missing here, and I will be showing you that because I've used both of them. You get 2 sheets. They're 6x6 pieces. So we've got this one here, so you get 2 each of these, and there's also gold foil in that. There we go. Get that in the lighting better so you can see that. Oops, they're starting to fall apart on me. Then we've got some labels. You get 2 sheets of this with the flowers. That, of course, has the gold foil. And here's another one with die cuts with the gold foil. So like I said, you get 2 of each with these. You get some embossed, very vanilla. There we go. Try and get it. There we go. Get it in the light so you can see that. You get 2 each of these. These are all 6 by 6, in case I forgot to say that a minute ago. And here's another one that's embossed. Then some beautiful paper. If you love blue, you're definitely going to want to get this. And I've got a daughter who loves blue. She probably would love this. You get, there's 6 designs. You get 8 of each design. So here's this one. It's Night of Navy and Midnight Muse in this paper. So there are 2 different blues with the very vanilla. But it is such a pretty designer series paper. I think it's so elegant looking. Hi, Susan over at YouTube. I'm glad you're here too. Like I said, I've got 2 screens to look at, so I might be a little delayed when I see your post. There we go. And we've got this one and this one. It's just gorgeous. So you get all of this normally for $70. Today you can get it for $63. You can't beat that. So many different things. I mean, if I put all of these together, the bundle itself is probably worth around 50 bucks. So you're getting the designer series paper, 48 sheets, your embossed paper, your die cuts, your ribbon. It's a really, really good deal. And you get an extra 10% off today. So are you ready to do some stamping? Let me start making my card. I'm going to be also using some dies that are in the annual catalog. They're 10% off. We've had these for a while. If you don't have them, you're going to want to get them. I use these all of the time. These are the layering squares dies. I love how they're scallops and regular squares. Let me look at my cheat sheet here. It says I need the 2nd largest square. So that would be this one, I do believe. Let me make sure. Yeah, that one's the smaller, the bigger one. So we'll grab this one. And then I need the 3rd largest scallop. I think that is this one. Let me make sure. You think I would have done this ahead of time? Nope, actually this is the 3rd largest. We'll take that one. Okay, so put those over to the side. I'm going to grab a piece of Misty Moonlight. No, take that back. This is Night of Navy, and let me show you the difference between these 2 in case you had never seen it. Hopefully the video will show that. There we go. The Misty Moonlight is a lighter version, but they look so pretty together. I love having different shadings with blues, any colors actually. So those are the differences there. But this is Night of Navy. It's 8.5 by 5.5. Go ahead and fold this in half. Always get those corners together. There we go. Put that to the side. I'm going to use a piece of Very Vanilla. This is 4 by 5.25. Go ahead and put that. Actually, we can start putting the designer series paper on here. Then I'm going to grab my Misty Moonlight. This one is a 4" by 1 3/4. And this is a piece of that designer series paper in the Medley, and it is a 4 by 1.5. Went back and forth on which one I'm going to do. You know what? I'm going to do this side for this card, and then I'll show you my version when I use this one. That way you can see what the 2 different versions. So grab my seal, and we'll put this right across the middle. And one thing, if you go in the catalog and look at the pictures of some of the projects they made, they've got a beautiful scrapbook page on there too. So this one works great with scrapbook pages too. I've got to get back to scrapbooking. I'm so far behind on my scrapbooking. It's not funny. It's terrible. Okay, let's go ahead. I'm going to do a little stamping here. Let me grab my Stampin' Pierce mat. This is a photopolymer set. I don't know if I told you that. I love having the clear ones. I'm going to go ahead and stamp my Such Happy News. I love that this has greetings too. Hi, Diana. And I'll be live again at 3 o'clock Eastern time today, just so you hope you can join me then. Okay, we've got Such Happy News there in the Night of Navy. Now I'm going to go ahead and attach this. I think this seal works a little better when I put it on a hard surface rather than this cushy. Now the cushy, you definitely need the Stampin' Pierce mat with a photopolymer. It just works so much better. I'm going to put that right above my greeting, like so. And let's go ahead and put that on the card base. Okay. Put this here. And then this card's going to go together pretty quick. Let's see, what do I want to do next? Let's go ahead and do one more thing of stamping. A couple more things, actually. Let's go ahead and decorate our inside. Since this is a Night of Navy card, I definitely want to have a lighter layer in there so some writing can be done. So I'm going to grab this pretty vase. I don't know if you can tell what that looks like. You probably can't right now, but you're going to see it when I stamp it. It's probably my favorite vase in the set. There are three different vases. And I love this one. I'm stamping this one in the Night of Navy. Hold it down for a few seconds. Isn't that gorgeous? I love the flowers in that. It is so pretty. Okay, and then I'm going to grab Garden Green. This is another color in the medley. So it's Garden Green, Night of Navy, and Midnight Muse. And I'm going to add Crumb Cake to this. I thought that was, I wanted to have one more color, and the Crumb Cake goes really good with these colors. Then I'm going to line this up. Hopefully I'm getting it straight up. That's one thing on videos, you're at an angle and you can't see what you're doing. Oh, that's pretty good. So I've got my inside done. I don't want you to be looking at my head. Okay. You'd rather see me stamping in the back of my head, I'm sure. I was afraid I stuck my finger in that green ink pad. That would not have been good. Okay, we'll go ahead and put this on the inside of the card. So that's all ready to go. All right, so you can do any of your greeting and write your name on the inside. Now I'm going to grab a little vanilla piece. You can use a scrap. This one happens to be a 2.5 by 2. So you want one at least that big. You know, like I said, grab my Crumb Cake. This is the color that I added to the combo. And I'm going to use the larger vase, actually the largest vase in this set. I don't know why I keep taking my Pierce mat away. I need it one more time. I'm going to stamp that in the Crumb Cake. There we go. Now that is all the stamping we're going to do. We're going to do some die cutting now. Now I can get rid of that Pierce mat. Let me see if I can make room here. Thankfully, you can't see the big mess I've got here around me. Okay, here's the die cutting machine. What we're going to do, I'll grab my washi tape. This is a, well, just you can take a scrap of this. This is some of that vanilla embossed cardstock. This happens to be a 3 by 3 piece, I do believe. No, 2 3/4 by 2 3/4, but of course 3 by 3 would work perfect. I'm going to grab that square die, put it right here. You can tell I just made it fit. I'm going to go ahead and grab a 3 by 3 piece of the Misty Moonlight and put this scallop square on there. Grab my cutting pad here, run this through. Oops, I just dropped my washi tape. I'm going to need that here in a minute. Okay, so we've got this square, and I hope I did the right one. Oh, I thought that looked small. Oh well, we'll make it work. What I'll do, I will make this one a little smaller. Got to improvise. Let's see, I think this is the next smaller one. Yes. Now it'll fit in that scallop. This is still going to work. So just make it a little bit smaller. I had a feeling I picked up the wrong dies. Let's see if that's going to fit. Yep, that fits pretty good. I just want a little bit of the, well, this is going to be a little different. It's just going to have a little bit of the scallop showing, but I like that look too. So that's going to give you 2 different looks. I'll show you my original when we're all done. Of course, with lives, things have to go wrong. Okay, now I'm going to put my vase on here. You know what, since that's such a big, I mean, that's pretty easy to keep on there, so I don't think I'm going to worry about my washi tape this time. A lot of times I'll put a little bit of washi tape on there to hold it in place. So something like this, it's a lot easier, and I'm just going to keep it pressed down with my finger on it till it gets underneath here, then I know it's not going to move on me. And here's that. I love not having to fussy cut anything. Okay, now we are going to use these really neat dies. I love that these emboss and cut at the same time. So I'm going to grab a piece of Garden Green. This is a 5 by 3, and this is a gold piece that is 2.5 by 3, yes, or 3 by 2.5. Now, what I should have done was do a couple of these ahead of time, so you're going to have to watch me die cut. Sorry about that. I usually do a little bit ahead of time so you don't have to sit here watch me do this a lot, but that's okay. This will make you see how quick and easy it still is, even though I'm going to have to do all the steps. So I'm going to be doing 3 of these gold ones and 2 each of the green ones. Had to think for a minute because I made this card a long time ago and just realized I never did a video on it. So I'm like, oh, this will be perfect for today. So don't know if you can see that. Oh yeah, you can. You see that embossing. I love that. And then this one is what it looks like embossed. So yes, you can emboss gold foil. Oh, and there's a piece that needs to come out. There we go. All right, so let's do this. Wish I had 2 of for the foil, but I really need to have 3, so we're gonna get this done quick here. Oops, help if I did the right one. Now, if you noticed, I'm making them go different directions. That way I don't use up as much as my cardstock. I want to make sure I have plenty of cardstock. Okay, put this through. Now let's need a die cut. 1 more of those gold ones. And we will be ready to put this card together. And like I said, throughout the day on my Facebook page, and if you're watching on YouTube, you can find a link to my Facebook page there in the video description. I'm going to be sharing different cards I've made with some of the annual catalog products that are on sale today. Can't do all of them, of course, because there are so many on sale. Did I tell you I'm excited about this sale? I still can't believe almost everything is 10% off. There are hundreds of things in that catalog, only 72 that are not. Now, one thing that is not is the die cutting machine. That's not 10% off. But most of the things are, like I said. So all the pieces together. Now we're ready to put this together. You can see how much fun you can have with this. And I love having the die cuts. Like I said, with scrapbooking, you can make a bunch of these and put it together. Okay, let's go ahead and put this on my scallop square. Start throwing things around. I couldn't find my adhesive there for a second. Okay. I'm going to put that right in the center. And sometimes I do like it when I mess up. This is going to show you the neat look of just having that little bit of a scallop. So you'll be able to see 2 different looks when I show you the original. Go ahead and put this on here. While I'm doing this, I'm going to try to remember how I made this. Like I said, I made this a long time ago. Okay, we've got that there. Oh, there it is. I couldn't find my vase there for a second. Okay, I'm going to pop this up with dimensionals. So let's, you know what, I'm going to bring this down a little bit. And that's one thing I love about the seal. For 10 minutes, it is still removable. Now, it will become permanent after the 10 minutes. But I love that. So there, I was able to put it down a little bit. Now it's going to work a lot better. Okay, I'm going to grab my dimensionals. And I'm going to keep them towards down here. I'm going to leave the middle part empty because I'm going to be putting some leaves there. So I'm going to bring it down even a little farther. So I want to be able to slide my leaves under here. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I didn't push them down permanently. That's another neat thing with the dimensionals. Don't push them down until you've definitely got them where you want them. Since I didn't push them down real hard, I was able to move them real quick. I only want one right here. So now take your pick tool. This is how I take my paper backings off. That way I don't have them flying all over the place. Pop them in there. And then we will put this right here in the center, like so. Now we're going to start sticking these in. And I played around with it, but since I've got my card, a lot of times what I will do is just kind of lay things down before I adhere them. You don't want to start sticking things down and then not be able to, especially with something that's this narrow, because it could tear on you. But that's how I did the back. So I'm going to grab some glue dots with this. And I'm going to put them in places where I'm not going to see them. I've got one little piece I forgot needed to come out. Let me get that out. There we go. I'm going to put them down here near the bottom because that is where it's going to be underneath my vase. So I'm only going to just put that one. It'll stay on there with just that one. Stick it down under there. I don't want them, I want it up close to the top of the card for this one, but not all the way up because you want it to still fit in the envelope. So I've got that one there. Let's put another glue dot right here. I'm going to angle this. And see, I'm able to lift this up because I have my first dimensional is down here. So that's a trick I've learned over the years. Been doing this a long time. And after 17 years, I better have some little things, tips I've learned. And I'm still learning, believe me. There's always new stuff that keeps coming out. So you could actually stop there. If you just like that gold look, it could actually even stop there. But I wanted to put these in like this. And the stems are pretty long on this one, if I remember right. I think I did cut a little bit of this off because I didn't want them to be that long. And with these being a little larger, I'm going to put some adhesive down here on the bottom. And stick that in, let's say about right here. I still want to see some of that gold showing. Okay. And then this one. Put it over here. Okay, and then we've got these two here. I'm going to stick those right above. I'm going to cut those down a little bit too. Sometimes you want those long stems, sometimes you don't. It's super easy just to cut them off. This one I'm going to put right here. Now, I'm thinking I want this one out a little more, so I'm going to pop it up a little bit. That's another good reason to use my seal. I can pop that up a little bit and move it out. I can just keep playing around with it till it looks pretty good to me. Now, when I got done with this, the first time I thought, okay, it needs something more than just, actually, I do want that up a little more. As you can see, I play with my cards when I get done, when I think I'm done with them, to make them look better. So there, we've got that there, but I thought, okay, it still needs something. So that's where these beautiful flowers come in. So I'm going to grab my glue dots again. The glue dots work perfect with these flowers. I'm going to put, oops. Actually, it's probably better, go ahead and just put these on, all three of them on glue dots. And also, so I know where I'm putting them. You can also lay them, if you're making this card and want to put them different places, you might want to lay them down before you put the glue dots on to figure out where you want to put them. And because they have a little bit of a cloth to them, they call them paper flowers, but they've got some texture to them. They almost feel like real thin felt almost. I'm going to put that there. So that way I'm going to use my take your pick tool. That way I can pick up that glue dot with it. Put one here. And whenever I put embellishments on, I always use an odd number. That's the rule of thumb. You don't always have to, but it just looks better. But didn't those flowers just add to that card? I really like this one a lot. Now let me show my original to you because I said it's going to look a little different since I made some mistakes. This is with the right size square. And I used the other side of the paper. So see how different that makes it look when you use the different designer series papers? I really like that. I think they both turned out pretty good. Okay, now let me show you some other cards I've made with this. These are the other two I've made. This is one I made with my Technique ladies. I taught them how to do this. You take a piece of cardstock, cover it with Versamark, and then emboss it with gold embossing powder. Heat it up, melt it, and then you're going to run it through your die cutting machine to get the embossing. So you can emboss, dry emboss, heat embossing. There we go. So that's that card. And then this one shows off all three vases. And this is that die cut that was gone because I did a video on this, so I ended up using both of them. So that was one of the die cuts. So that shows you the different looks you can get with all those flowers. And there is a flower set with the die. I just used two of them and put them together to make more flowers. Okay, so those are on my Boho Indigo. And I thought, while I've got you here watching, I've got a couple cards here that I've made with other stamp sets. This one is an oldie but a goodie, the Floral Essence. This is one that's 10% off. And this is a card I made a long time ago, and I thought I'd show it to you real quick. So you might already have this, so if you do, then here's an idea. I just stamped them all in the brown, I think it was early espresso, and I took my sponge daubers and did like a burnishing effect to get the different colors. So that gives you a nice soft look for that. And then another old set that's been around a while is Grace's Garden. Let me find where I've got that. There we go. Oh, here we go. Grace's Garden. And this is one, it's right down here, and there is a die set on page 181 that'll die cut. Whenever you look at the annual catalog, the ones that are shaded, like these are all gray, that means that the die cut those images out. Get that up again so you can get that in the picture better. And here's the card I came up with that. This one is a lot of fun. I love being able to make a little gate to open. That one was so much fun to make. beautiful. Definitely makes you think of spring. And last but not least, I'm going to show you right now is the Nothing's Better Than. And there are dies with this. I'm going to show you those dies real quick. As you see, that does die cuts images, but it also does words. So let me, I forgot to put a little tab on that one, but I can find it quick. Here they are right here. Let me get a little closer for you. Hopefully I can get closer. My cameras are getting in the way. But you can see how it's got the love you more than, cocktails, chocolate, coffee, and cookies. Really fun set. And in my card, you can see that I used the chocolate on here. And I've did a video for this card too, and I can put a link to that in my video description too. But this one is so much fun. And I put some Wink of Stella on. You can't really see that with the lighting, but it's nice and glittery with my Wink of Stella on there. So I love that one. Okay, so throughout the day, I'm going to be posting. Let me switch cameras here and get my chat back up. I'm going to be posting some pictures throughout the day on my Facebook page and on Instagram, so you can follow along and see them throughout the day. The first one I showcased was the Ornate Garden. Love the Ornate Garden. It is so pretty. And that was one that we were able to actually get in May. Demonstrators were able to get it in April, so I've made quite a few cards with those. And I meant to bring those, just show them to you in person, but you can see them in the pictures. And I also put links, because I did videos for all of those cards, and you can find the links there when you click on each picture in that post. So that was the post I did before the video, so you can just scroll down and find it there. But I'll be doing a lot of other showcasing of cards that I've made and things that are 10% off. So I hope you enjoyed the day, and I will see you again at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. That's my next video, live video, and that's going to be the Forever Greenery Suite. One of the top favorites. Everybody loves this one. So I've got a really pretty card for you for that one. So I'll see you in a few hours. Thanks for joining me today. Bye.